Have you ever looked around and felt like everyone else is ahead? More money, better health, happier relationships, and you are just behind, like a flower trying to bloom in winter? Well, here's the truth all of us need to be aware of. You're not actually behind. In fact, you are right on time, wherever you are in your life. This video unpacks the mental traps, science, and cultural history that make us feel this way and shows you how to reset your perspective in just a few minutes for your own well-being. So let's look at some history and the times we live in for context. For most of human history, we lived with just the bare necessities. Shelter meant caves or straw huts, food was foraged or hunted, and survival was the only goal. Over 300,000 years ago, modern humans emerged. By around 70,000 years ago, the cognitive revolution, we began using complex language, but life was still basic. No to-do list, no 9 to 5s, just survival. We walked more, ate varied natural diets, and had more free time, but lived under constant threat from wild animals, diseases, and other humans. Even 10,000 years ago, humans didn't have goals. They just tried not to get killed. The average lifespan was about 30 years. Most children didn't survive past age 5. Fast forward to 1000 AD and 90% of people lived in extreme poverty. No electricity, no medicine, no clean water, and life expectancy barely increased. But things began to shift in the early 1900s. Urban plumbing brought cleaner water, electricity lit up homes, streets, and mines. We built safer houses and connected them with pipe gas. Then came life-saving breakthroughs, vaccines, penicillin in 1928, which changed medicine forever. Air travel shrank the world, radios and telephones connected us, schools began offering education to more than just the elite, and by the mid to late 1900s, the pace accelerated. Televisions brought the world into our homes, home appliances lightened daily burdens, computers revolutionized work and communication. It was a more peaceful era with fewer global wars and major social changes like the civil rights movement and women's liberation, which began reshaping society as we know it. Then came the 2000s, an exponential change. We now carry the internet in our pockets, have access to infinite knowledge, work remotely, travel globally with ease. AI and cloud tools are redefining possibility. There is more freedom to be who you are in your identity, career, and lifestyle than ever before. These aren't just conveniences, they are milestones of progress. You are living in one of the most extraordinary chapters in human history, a chapter filled with access, opportunity, and choice that 99% of people who ever lived could not imagine. So the next time you feel like you're drowning, remember, you are swimming in waters your ancestors would have called paradise. We have just traced humanity's remarkable ascent. Each modern comfort a dividend of generations compounded curiosity and shared knowledge. Everything that is making your life easy and convenient today is because of the cumulative efforts of our ancestors that led us to this moment in time. It means that we do not need to start from level 1 every time, but pick up from the current level we have all reached as a species. Now, let's tighten the lens, shifting from the collective story to a single vital chapter, yours. Because despite all this progress, many of us still feel like we are behind. Why? Because we all carry an invisible script in our minds. And when life doesn't follow that sequence, we panic. We tell ourselves we are late, we feel like we have failed, but here is what we should keep in mind. Life isn't a linear race, it's a seasonless story. Your personal chapters and rhythms don't have to match anyone else's calendar. You might hit a creative spring at 45 or pause in a reflective winter at 27, and that's not delay. It's simply your plot. Psychologists call this the social clock, the culturally expected timeline for major life events like marriage, career success, or buying a home. This concept was first introduced by Bernice Newgarden in the 1960s, a pioneer in adult development psychology. She found that when people feel out of sync with society's timeline, they often feel anxious or inadequate, even if they're doing well by personal standards. But here is what we must remember. The idea that you're behind is a story culture wrote, not biology, not science, and certainly not your personal truth. Yes, maybe life could have gone better, but it could have also gone much, much worse. And in some alternate timeline, maybe it did. But you're here in this one, alive, capable, still becoming. Let's take a lesson from a famous study from 1995 by 3 psychologists. They studied Olympic medalists and found something surprising. Bronze medalists were often happier than silver medalists. Why? Because bronze winners focused on what they gained, just making it to the podium, while the silver medalists focused on what they missed, the gold medal. The lesson: use others' progress as inspiration and not as a reason to self-judge. Sure, you can get to where others are, but it takes time, effort, and consistency. And you don't always get to see the work behind someone else's success, but it's there. Ultimately, life is a matter of perspective. Let this sink in. Your life is just a matter of perspective. And no one else would understand your experience of life, only you do. So do yourself a favor and filter the noise, tune to your own frequency, and listen to what life is asking of you. Then answer in your own voice. It does not matter how long you've stayed stuck, but what you choose to do about it today. So keep remembering that life is a gift you get to use however you choose. Play with it like a game. It's not something to win, it's something to enjoy playing. Seen this way, life becomes less about proving yourself and more about learning, exploring, and evolving. Psychologists say that when we frame life with curiosity and play, we become more resilient, more creative, and less anxious. This isn't toxic positivity, it's called cognitive flexibility, and it's one of the most powerful skills for mental well-being. With the right lens, life becomes lighter, clearer, and far more beautiful than we realize. So take a moment, zoom out, look at your life as a whole. Ask yourself each day, am I becoming more joyful, more peaceful, healthier? Are my relationships improving? Am I doing better financially? If yes, you're on the right path. And if not, that awareness is the beginning of transformation. Resilience, in simple terms, is the ability to bounce back from adversity. It's not about avoiding stress, pain, or setbacks. It's about how you respond, recover, and reset. Think of resilience like a spring. You can compress it, stretch it, pressure it, but it returns to shape strong, ready, and flexible. In this section, I'm going to share 3 simple daily tools that anyone can practice. At first, you might think they're too basic to make a real difference, but these are backed by science with plenty of studies proving they work beyond the shadow of a doubt. Tool number 1, the compass reset, or what I like to call going back to the basics. Each morning or whenever you feel overwhelmed, pause and ask, am I living today in line with my values? What really matters to me right now? What is one small action I can take today that aligns with that? Take a moment to reflect on where you are today and how much you have grown as a human being, on the wins you have earned against all the odds, the lessons you have learned, and the good moments that shaped you. Remember the love you have received and the good you have shared with others. It's a 2-minute clarity reset, simple yet grounding. Research shows that regularly reconnecting with your core values boosts psychological flexibility, buffers against burnout, and helps you stay grounded in chaos. The benefit is you stop reacting to life and start responding with intention. It helps you prioritize what's important over what's urgent. Tool number 2, the weather watcher. Whenever a powerful emotion arises like anger, fear, sadness, pause, name it. This is frustration or this is anger. Visualize it as a passing weather system like a storm cloud or a wind or a wave, and ask yourself, what's the weather inside me right now? Can I step back and watch it instead of being caught in it? You need to watch it like a movie happening on the screen of your mind rather than indulging in each thought. Labeling emotions activates the brain's rational center and calms the fear center. This reduces emotional reactivity and helps build long-term resilience. The benefit is you become the calm observer and not the storm. And you remember all emotional weather changes, the clouds pass, and eventually the sun returns. Tool number 3, move your body for 10 minutes and change your focus consciously. Whenever you feel stuck, anxious, or heavy, or overwhelmed, don't try to think your way out. Instead, just move your body. Go for a brisk walk, even if it's just around your room. Stretch out your arms, legs, back. Put on a song and dance, shake off the tension, or just do 10 push-ups. It doesn't have to be intense. It just has to be intentional. Physical movement increases endorphins, lowers cortisol, and activates areas of the brain linked to focus, motivation, and emotional regulation. Even short bursts of movement have been shown to break negative thought loops, reset the nervous system, and restore a sense of groundedness. The benefit is you interrupt the state of stress, trauma, or rumination. Movement brings you back into your body and focuses your energies into the present moment. It's the simplest way to turn stuck energy into flow. Let's remember that these tools won't remove the storm, but it will remind you you are not helpless in it. These might seem ordinary, but used consciously, they become weapons of extraordinary strength. Because the truth is, resilience isn't something you are born with, it's something you build. One breath, one choice, one moment at a time. If this video shifted your perspective even a little bit, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and I would love to hear your thoughts. What resonated with you the most? Please drop a comment below. Your insights might just help someone else too. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.